We are tracking the wildfire situation in northeastern British Columbia. Over 100 households have been ordered to evacuate. That's a look at the Stoddart Creek fire. It was discovered on Saturday and is burning over an area of roughly 12 square kilometers. There are at least 56 wildfires burning in the province. 11 are considered out of control. For more on the latest with the wildfires in BC, I'm joined by Erika Berg. She is a Provincial Wildfire Information Officer with the BC Wildfire Service, and she is in Kamloops. So, Erika, thanks for taking the time. Of the fires in the northeast impacting northeastern British Columbia, how many of them are out of control?
So we do have 5 wildfires of note, all within the Prince George Fire Centre, 4 in the Fort St. John fire zone, as well as 1 in the Robson Valley fire zone. And so of those 5 wildfires of note, happy to report that 2 are being held, meaning no further growth is expected under current conditions. But that does leave 3 that are still out of control.
And so they're out of control. How big are they? How fast are they expected to grow?
So we do have some fairly large incidents up in that region, and that is why we're seeing for this season so far our area burned being quite a lot, especially in comparison to more recent years at this time. We are anticipating actually some higher winds this afternoon in the Peace region, which is where we're seeing a lot of those larger blazes. Paired with that, there is the possibility of dry lightning. So today is going to be we're going to be keeping our eyes out and staying alert, and we're asking folks in these areas of these wildfires as well to be very alert and follow the proper sources of information. And so
evacuation orders have been issued, right?
There are evacuation alerts and some orders as well in the vicinity of some of these larger wildfires. And so those are going to be coming down from the regional district or the local First Nation, the local government that manages that area. So we currently do have the Peace River Regional District that is putting in a lot of these alerts and orders, as well as the Blueberry River First Nation. So for those details, for that information, we are directing folks to those trusted sources of information. So please visit the Peace River Regional District, their social media channels, their website for that specific information.
And so what is causing these wildfires? Is it this, record-breaking heat? And can you just tell us a little bit about that?
So it's a combination of factors. In the fall, we had drought conditions that sustained over the winter. Those deeper fuels remained quite dry. And then coming into this spring, the Northeast region in particular didn't receive a lot of precipitation. So we're in this sustained drought. So really hot, really dry, and that has made the fuels really susceptible to ignition and to spread. So that joined with, unfortunately, these wildfires are human caused. And so we're really wanting to push the messaging that folks need to be careful out there. People may not be aware, but off-road vehicles are common sources of human-caused ignition. And so if you are planning on using an ATV, taking advantage of this hot summery weather in May, we are wanting folks to be really aware and maybe consider pushing it to a time where our conditions, the fuels aren't so susceptible to ignition.
And what about your firefighting resources? Do you have the people and the resources to deal with these wildfires? And how many?
We currently do. We have around 2,000, both the Fort and firefighting boots on the ground personnel available to deploy. Some are deployed obviously at this time. That being said, we also do have 300 to 400 contract personnel that we can bring in. We also do work very closely, as you likely know, with heavy equipment operators. And so we are well resourced at this time. That being said, if we do see lightning bust coming up, or even further down in the summer, that's when it can really stress our resourcing, because there can be ignitions that pop up across the province. And so again, we just really want to hammer home that we need to keep fires that we can control by not igniting. We can't control the lightning, but we can control our activities as humans on the landscape. So really wanting to limit those human-caused wildfires to not divert our critical resources.
All right, Erika, thank you. That was a Provincial Wildfire Information Officer with the BC Wildfire Service, Erika Berg, in Kamloops.